just realized because
Okay, okay.
I'm sorry about that. I'm not sure why that
No,
happened, but yeah,
yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
it worked out. Yeah. I need to talk to millions. This has happened multiple times in the past as well. So I'll just figure it
Yeah,
out. But yeah, yeah. Like I was saying, a lot of coaches and fighters don't understand how scoring works, and I think it's not the only reason why they're not doing as well. But it's a big reason because unless you know that, your game
yeah.
plan won't work at all over there.
Because for your point, if I need to add on to it, it was like multiple times even I have seen. Because when I see certain fighters, like when I was fighting as a fighter inside, and I can see the judges who are giving me a score, and I see them giving me score little less, and I thought, why are they giving me score when I have done so many punches and so many kicks?
Right.
And when it comes to the pointing system, it is like effective strike and effective punch, which is going to give you the point.
Yes.
Then the punch, which is just this is not no use. This it should go. So in
Exactly.
that way, you get the point. So to figure out that, I took little longer time because
Right.
when we punch, but the person blocks and then it falls on your hand also, and still the head goes back. It's not a point because you're already guarding. So with the guard, if you're getting a punch, means it's of no use.
Mhm.
But when you break the guard and then when you punch and when it goes back, then we will get more points. So
Right.
to understand that itself, it took little time for me, and then to clear this and then inform to my team also, it was little pretty long time. But once we got into the mode, it was very good. So
Right.
everyone is understanding. Okay, fine. This is how you have to get the point. Until
Right.
unless the head doesn't goes back, or the impact of the kick or the punch, which is not falling onto the person is not feeling that pain, you don't get points.
Right, exactly. Yeah, the
Yeah.
effective strikes and damage, they're most
Yes.
critical, and a
Yes.
lot of people I've seen in they come and they see, I've counted, he threw 20 punches, he only threw 10 punches. I said, yes, but his 10 punches rocked you. Your 20 punches, he didn't even feel it. So
Yeah. That was
the judge may not score it for you that way.
Yeah.
So
And in
mm,
that also, if I need to tell, even there are certain kick or punch what actually falls on your body.
mhm,
There are few people, because of there are like a 1 kg difference or 2 kg difference between the fighters. What
right.
happens is we might kick little harder, but for him
Mm,
it is that not hard because he's
yes,
already done a lot of conditioning. So he
right,
might get the kick, but he will not move back. He'll be like a rock over there. So
right,
you don't know how to break that. So you need to understand that and then break it and then move it. That is
right,
also a major role which we have to understand when you're doing
right,
it.
right. And uh, like you spoke about weight, right? And weight plays a
Yeah,
big factor, and in
yeah.
India we still don't have the hang of weight categories, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
that is that.
now that I've come here, even when I went for the IMF World Championship, I knew there was something lacking in us. But
Yeah,
when I started fighting pro here, there's a big difference. But I
yeah.
know Ashwin Nadu, I know he doesn't cut much, or he doesn't cut at all, right, while fighting.
Yeah.
He just fights at whatever his walking
Both
weight is.
me and him and all my fighters who are there in the back in my class, nobody
Hmm.
cuts weight. Even they
Okay.
say, okay, if you are 71 and you need to go to 69 kg, can you cut one weight, 1 kg or 2 kg? If they ask, I will tell, okay, it's okay, no problem. Just put
Hmm.
us in the same weight, we will fight in that. Because when you cut weights, what happens is your body is getting dehydrated, your water content is going down.
Okay.
So again, to regain that water content, we will again struggle.
Hmm.
You might get a advantage of getting into a lower weight, but
Hmm.
still, what is your body is going through a lot of stress. It is like within 1 hour's time or 2 hours time, you're trying to reduce so much weight. The next day, if you
Hmm.
have a fight, or the same night, if you have a fight, what will you do? You need to
Hmm.
get the fluid back also, right? So again, for few it is okay because they are used to cut and then gain, cut and gain. So for them it is okay, but for most of them it is not possible. So
Right.
when you lose a lot of fluid from your body and again to regain it and then get inside the ring is also not good because
Right.
there will be a slight adverse effect back later, not
Mm.
now.
Right.
So we don't
Right.
suggest, especially to our fighter, we say don't cut your weight. It's okay, you fight in your own weight. No problem, you lose or you win.
Mhm.
We want you
Mm.
to fight in your own weight so that you understand how to be in the ring even with your weight or how you have to fight with your own category.
Right. Right. Yeah, and one thing I realized when I came to the US, right? Like I'm cutting a lot more here. Like in India, I used to cut barely anything at all.
Yeah.
But out here, one of the fights I lost, the opponent was 6 foot
Yeah.
5, and I realized if I continue fighting in the same category, that is the
Oh,
kind of opponent I will
good
face.
fight.
So then I have to think, should I risk dehydration or should I risk going into a ring or a cage with a 6 foot 5 guy, which is worse for me? So that was the mindset to go
Yeah,
with.
that is the case means you have to hydrate. There is no
Yeah,
dehydrate and then get in.
yeah, because he's kicking me from halfway across the ring. I can't even get
Yeah.
close to him. So that does that.
No,
But then, but
because
then you have,
that is
yeah,
like
go ahead.
geographically, that particular geography itself, it's changed. Here,
Right,
to our geography or to our plateau, it is like Indian height is approximately 5'10" or maybe 6 is the last,
right.
not more than 6. But if you go fight outside India and if you go towards Asian fighters, they will be
Mhm.
approx to our height or maybe little less.
List,
When
yes.
it comes to UK, US, and all, they'll be pretty good. They'll be
Yeah.
tall.
They
So
will
you
be,
need,
and I've realized it very quickly. And which is why I like one championship because they make sure they take hydration tests, so people can't
yeah,
cut a
they
lot
can't
of
help
weight.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
because in one of the fighter whom I met was Kantraj, if you have remember,
yes,
who is
yes,
a one fighter. So me and sir actually got a chance to talk to him or interact with him. So
hmm,
when we started interacting with him, we came to know that they don't allow the person to hydrate itself when you are getting inside the ring. You need to
right,
have your body weight with enough fluid in your body. Only then they allow us. If you don't have, if you dehydration is slight, maybe like 10-20% of dehydration is there, then they don't allow them to fight it.
right.
So that is
Yeah,
like good. That is
it
like
is
good
good.
because you
Yeah,
don't get into any trouble also in future.
yes, yes. And one way it is good because it's for the fighters' health, that's very good.
Yeah,
And I also, kind of suspect because there are a lot of Asian fighters there. It helps the Asian fighters because they can fight in a higher weight category than they
yeah,
could in
yeah.
the US or Europe. Yeah,
Yeah, that is there. Asian
right,
fighters, yeah, because all of them are of our height, so
yes,
maybe less or more, maybe what to say, 5 centimeters high or 5 centimeters less to us. That's all is the difference. So we can actually fight them. There is nothing wrong in that.
right. And he's Chatri is a Thai himself, and
Yeah,
Muay Thai fighters they fight every 2 weeks. So cutting and gaining is not
it will be
possible,
very
right?
tough.
You
Yeah,
can't do that. You have to
they
be at
don't get
diet
a
all the
break.
time.
They don't get a break. That's the issue.
Right. So and they do very well in one, but
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they were facing fighters who are dehydrating, they would be facing
yeah.
fighters who are much heavier, much bigger, and that will not be fair. So I'm glad he's
That
done
is,
that, so
yeah,
we can
that is
see.
it.
Yeah, yeah. Which is why I think we never see Thais or hardly see Thais in UFC or Bellator, but in one they
Yes.
are doing very very well. So that
In
helps.
one, they are actually they are ruling in one.
Yeah.
In one champion, they are ruling, and in UFC, it is like totally a different people who are actually ruling there. And
Right.
we got a few Indians also who actually represented there.
Mhm.
So that is
Yes.
also a great thing what they have done.
Right, and they tied up with Gamma, and I think Sumit Bhyan won a
Yes,
world, I think medal at the world. I'm not sure. I think it was gold or silver. I forgot which one he won, but because of that,
I
he's
don't-
going to fight
yeah.
at one right now. Was it gold or was it silver? I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah,
One of the I don't even I am not able to recall.
yeah, but the fact is they were able to take an amateur from there and put him
Yeah,
in one. That
sure.
is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah, so that is
So,
there.
if I
Yeah,
need to tell, this particular sport started coming to India maybe in 2009-10. During that period only, we would actually see this kind of fight. Till then, what we used to do is we used to go to a normal karate tournament or taekwondo tournament or wushu tournament, what is happening in India.
right.
Apart from that, there are two other tournaments which used to happen. So,
Mhm.
for us, it is like we go there, we see them because they have a different setup. It is all semi-contact. You can't
Yes,
completely contact them and fight. So it's
yes,
like punch and pull back, shout Kia, you'll be getting a point.
yes.
So we were not used to that. Initially, we used to go to those tournament and we used to get every time fouled, or
Right,
they'll be disqualifying us. They'll ask us to walk out from that place because blood
right,
is coming.
right,
So unknowingly, we use more power. The full contact happens, the blood comes, and they say, "Okay, you're not going to fight. Go out."
right,
This happened to all of our fighters back then, and
right.
slowly when we started seeing club wars in India and all small undergrounds, whatever happened,
Hmm.
and then we had that eager. It's like what to say, addiction. If I need to tell, like
Right,
you have one chocolate and that is good, you can't stop with that one, so you have one more. Again, I need one more. Okay, let me take one more. it goes on. So that is what has happened to us now.
Right,
So we are
right,
not stopping there. So okay, once we got that, what to say, the taste or the addict of that fight, so we are
mhm,
going like one after the other next. So it is
right.
like pulling us towards that side.
Right, right. And we grew up in the same kind of scenario in India, right?
Yeah.
Karate was the only, maybe some people had taekwondo, but most of the places it was karate. And
If you
karate was
say
so
that you are
commercialized.
learning mixed martial art, also still they say that, oh, you learn karate. I'll be
I,
like,
I,
no,
I
boss.
know. So it is very interesting you say that because I was,
Yeah,
in Bangalore, I was walking in my apartment and people there came to know I'm an MMA fighter, right? Because of all the
yeah.
things I've done. There's a lady walking by with her mother-in-law. She's pointing to me and saying, "ये भैया karate करते हैं." I'm like, dude,
Because karate is a different sport, taekwondo is a different sport. Even for taekwondo people, also they feel that they feel sad because when they say I do martial art or when they say that I do taekwondo, oh,
Mhm.
karate you do. What happens is that impact of that word karate is too much in India.
Yes, yes, and
That is the only.
yeah, and it's a little sad because karate is very commercialized, right? And
Yes.
belts, you're given belts based on the fees you pay in a lot of places.
No,
Uh,
well, most of the places, but there
yeah,
are few places who actually do it very well.
no,
I
there are
should respect that also
no, no,
because
I completely agree with that.
yeah,
But because most parents want their kid to be in karate,
no,
a
why
lot of
they
these
want
places,
it to be karate? The reason is it's semi-contact. Impact is
yeah,
very less, and
right,
there are two different tournaments in karate or in taekwondo. In taekwondo,
right,
if you take, there is pumsi and sparring, and if
right,
you take in karate, it is like kata and sparring.
yes,
So parents, when they sign, okay, he'll not fight, he'll only do
yeah,
kata. So
yes,
for them, it is like the child safety. They think about the child safety because of that. Most of them will go only for karate or taekwondo,
right,
and there is kung fu class or wushu class. Wushu also it is like better. They have like full contact also it is there. So wushu
right.
also they'll think and then they'll put.
Right. Wushu, a lot of wushu fighters have done MMA very well. They've come
Yes,
to MMA
yes.
and they've done very,
They
very
are
well.
very
So I think,
they're pretty quick.
yeah,
The wushu fighters are very quick. They like
yes,
snap within no time. We
right,
need to be very careful with them. Whenever
right. No, yeah, even their stance, right? It works
yeah,
very well. It works across wushu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and
yes,
MMA. They can transition. Uh,
they transit.
Traditional
But
karate people,
wushu,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
But Wushu has slight drawback only with Muay Thai, only
mhm,
slight drawback because
right,
when the Wushu people when they kick, when the Muay Thai people just do a check, that's more than
right,
enough for them
yes,
because
yes,
Muay Thai people have already done a conditioning with their shin, so
right,
that is the only advantage with Muay Thai, if I need
right,
to tell. With Wushu,
right.
and you are telling something,
Yeah, so I was saying karate, right? I've seen a lot of
yeah,
karate people struggle because karate in sparring it's semi-contact, right? So you reduce your
yes,
body,
contact,
no, how much your body is visible to the opponent, so they can
yeah,
only contact, you know,
yeah,
a limited part of your body. But if you do that in MMA, you will get eaten
it is
alive,
not,
and a lot
yeah,
of people don't realize that. And
that is
yeah,
it.
like you said, semi-contact. You were facing local tournaments, right? I remember
Yeah.
seeing the last Olympics. I don't know if you've seen the gold medal match. I think it was
Mm,
Brazil versus I forgot the other one. The person who won the gold medal is the person who got knocked out.
no.
I mean, the opponent didn't want to knock him out. I think he rushed in and his strike just connected a little hard. So this guy got
Oh,
knocked out. But because he got knocked
because
out and karate is semi-contact,
yeah, you'll
he
get the
lost.
praise.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
the person who got knocked out won the gold medal. Yeah, so for me it was very counterintuitive. So
no,
yeah,
usually that is the place because
yeah,
wherever we in the beginning when we went, it is actually the same case scenario.
right,
So whenever we contact and it get impact us more, then the opponent is winning. And we have
right,
actually went and asked them, and they said it is like semi-contact. You can only punch and pull back, no full contact. And
right,
in that also it is like two, three, and sorry, one, two, and three. 3 points what they give, 3 point system, and the flag. Immediately the red or any other flag which raises up, that person wins.
right. So yeah, hopefully, with people like Ashwin Naidu, they are trying
Yeah,
to mesh traditional martial arts and modern martial arts, and we need a lot more of that because
yeah,
pure
that is
traditional
it.
doesn't work, and not everyone can do pure MMA as well. There needs to
Yeah,
be a
that's gone.
bridge somewhere. Yeah.
See,
Uh,
what happens is when if you take a training module also, if you take
right.
traditional module is kind of okay for few people when they see it, because it is not that rough they feel, but
Right.
actually it is rough. When you
Right.
actually when you get inside the, what to say, when you put your legs inside that shoe only, you'll understand how hard it is. Till
Right.
when you see from out it, you feel okay, it is kind of okay when you compare with MMA. But
Right.
MMA is, if you see, MMA is also kind of easy.
Hmm.
But when you see from out, when they do rolls,
Hmm.
basically with the opponent, they start with what to say, BJJ, they start with, and then they
Yes.
slowly go with the contact. But in
Right.
traditional martial art, what happens is they'll finish first warm up, and then slowly they go with a little bit of Aikido movement, and then they'll go with the sparring. So
Okay.
it is almost interlinked. When you
Hmm.
do both the things, when you understand that, then you know, okay, both are same. It is nothing different. Only
Right.
thing is the way of starting will be different. That's all it
Right.
is.
No, it's not just that. It's understanding, where your strengths lie. Because, I
Yeah,
know one of my, the all-time favorite MMA fighters is George St. Pierre, GSP.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
GSP is a karate guy. But if you see him in an MMA cage, he will wrestle, he'll do BJJ, he'll do everything. But his strikes are karate. And he's
Yes,
adapted so beautifully, and that is the mesh you want to see in MMA. And that bridge, that mesh, that interlinking of the arts, right, is
that's
what
what we need
MMA
to
is about.
actually break the barrier. That's all. We don't want that. Okay, this is safe. This is not safe. We don't want
Right.
that. It's
Right.
art. If you need to say martial art, when we say martial art, it's like an art what you're trying to learn. So when
Right.
you're trying to learn, it can be for many things. It can be for
Mhm.
your fitness. It can be for your what to say, daily routine, whatever you're trying to take out your frustration, for that also you want to learn, and for your career you can learn, and for
Right.
your what to say, you can be a teacher, you can be a coach, you can be n number of spots you have. It doesn't mean that you learn martial art, oh, if you learn martial art you should only fight, or if you
Right.
fight you'll get hurt, and if you get hurt then you are done with your career. It's not that.
Right.
If you get hurt, still you have a lot of chances. You can be a coach, because you got hurt, you know what is wrong inside the ring, and you can
Right.
recover, and then you can fight. And when you can be a coach, you can be a cornerman. From cornerman, you can even teach a person what you can do. You can be a referee, or you want to be a fighter. You can ask that also to a coach, means to a
Right.
student. Or
Right.
you want to be an event manager. That is also coming into the picture,
Yes.
because it's like huge, what to say, market, if you
Right.
take a sport, especially martial art, but nobody understands that in the current world. You're there.
Rajit, I lost you for a minute there. I think my Chrome is still giving issues. Hello?